Good morning everyone, John Michael here with John Michael Sells ATL.com, and on this platform I post videos a few times a week to help educate both buyers and sellers who are entering into the Atlanta area real estate market. And on today's video I want to discuss the costs that you should anticipate paying when buying a property. So in addition to your down payment, you have closing costs. What are closing costs? Well, they are typically administrative fees that are associated with, for example, title searches, home inspections, lender fees, etc. And I always tell buyers to aim to save at least 2 to 3% of the purchase price of the property in addition to their down payment, and that will help cover all of the expenses associated with closing that particular deal. So let me run an example by you. Let's say we're looking at a $350,000 house. 20% of that's the down payment that you want to aim to save, which is $70,000. Obviously, if you cannot do that, there are several different loan programs out there that can help you reduce those down payment costs. For example, if you're looking to subscribe to one of the FHA loan products, you can put as little as 3.5% down. So let's just say you can't come up with the $70,000 or haven't saved that $70,000. You want to choose an FHA loan product that requires that you put 3.5% down. So now instead of that $70,000, you only need to bring to the table about $14,000 on that $350,000 house as far as down payment. Now, when we factor in those closing costs, remember those administrative fees associated with lender fees, home inspections, title searches, etc. Well, 3% of that's about $10,500, right? So we've got the $350,000 house. You're choosing an FHA loan product that requires 3.5% down, so that's $14,000. Then you've got that 3% target amount that you need to save for the purchase price of the home to cover those closing costs. That's about $10,500. So look, you're right at about $25,000 on that $350,000 house that you would have to bring to the table in order to close. Now, this scenario is quite specific, and I'm just using it for purposes of sharing an example with you. But again, it depends on what type of loan product you're using, also the purchase price of the home. That will determine what your closing costs and down payment will be. Again, just using that as an example so that you can get an idea of what you'll need to come up with as a buyer to close on a $350,000 house using that particular loan product. Now, again, like I said, there are so many different loan products out there, and if you're just in the position to where you want to basically put as least amount down as possible, that's perfectly fine. There are certain solutions that a lender can come up with that fit your budget and your specific goals, and we can discuss those, right? But I always educate my buyers that it is better to pay the most that you can up front, i.e. putting a significant amount down, because I just feel like that puts you in a better financial position over the life of your loan, because it'll, one, save you money, you probably will get better loan terms, and it just feels good knowing that you're going into that property with that additional equity. So if you have questions on this topic, I would love to discuss anything that you want to with respect to the costs and fees associated with closing on a property. And we can go over different scenarios just to help you iron out your budget. And then after that, we can get you pre-approved, see what type of loan products you qualify for and which ones best fit your budget and your criteria. That's it for me today. I hope you found the information in today's video useful. Again, if you have questions on the topic, I'm happy to answer them. And as always, it's summer selling season. So if you're looking to sell this summer, just visit my website, johnmichaelsellsatl.com. Request that free home valuation, and I will definitely follow up with you. So I hope you guys have a productive day, and I will see you guys next time.